he already said it's going to end up playing best GTA 6 on PC. Trying to get that dig back.
What dig are you talking about, man? Oh, I forgot. He must be talking about the most powerful console, the PS5 Pro, even though Doom, the Dark Ages runs worse on it. Imagine paying $700 to $800 for a console and having the game run worse than it did on the base PS5 model. What are we doing? I thought you guys said that y'all had the best version of Xbox games, but yet, for some reason, they still running better on Xbox. What are we doing? You pay $700 to $800 for nothing. Like, I mean, come on, man. I'm surprised Xvault Gaming ain't talking about that. But instead, he's looking forward to playing Gears of War Reloaded, even though we've played it 20 years ago. If you pick the game on Xbox One, you get a free copy of the same game. It's essentially Ultimate Edition. Is it really that much of a big deal? Like, nobody cares about this, bro. You're like losing all your hair and you're still worrying about this? That should be the last thing you're worried about.
Watching this exact interaction today has been hilarious. Quotations, Xbox is dead, right? Then, of course, now watch me pre-order this Xbox game. Okay, again, like plenty of people have pointed out at this point in time, but I just wanted to bring it up before it got to be too old of a post. But what everybody means, and you've probably been told this multiple times already, what everybody means, I'm sure Astro will push this over to you and do that work for free if he's not gooning over somebody. It's simple, right? Xbox is dead as a hardware platform.
What are you talking about? That's why they got the ROG Ally coming out, right? Which they're endorsing. And don't they got another console? What are you talking about? Xbox is dead. Because if that's what it's all about, then if that's all Microsoft's doing is hardware, then well, guess what? That's what they're gonna still continue to do, and they're gonna still be involved in it. Like, what are you talking about, bro? See, this is why you guys take this so console war crap so seriously that you don't even know the bounds of your own stupidity.
It's a dedicated console exclusive platform. That is no longer the way.
Like, does that even make sense, bro? Because according to you, the PS5 is not a PS5 console because it's made by AMD and it has a PS5 sticker on it. That's literally what these consoles are. These consoles are not even made by Sony. They're made by AMD. They're the ones that provide the parts and the architecture for the platforms. What? Bro, I am so confused trying to understand what's going on here. But like I said, but when you're this childish, you got to find anything to hate on the competition, I guess. But go ahead.
We've gone over this multiple times on this channel.
Okay.
Game Pass was the end-all be-all. It didn't work out.
Not according to Expedition 33. If anything, they thank Microsoft for giving them that $80 million check for putting the game on Game Pass. You know, and then on top of that, the game also selling well on other platforms such as PC and PlayStation. What is the problem, bro? Like, I don't get it, bro. Why you guys keep blaming Game Pass, but yet you're still subscribed to a subscription service on PlayStation Premium? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. You have to literally pay to play Helldivers 2 online. If Sony cared about their community, then explain to me as to why PC gamers are playing the same games and better for free. And you're not even getting that benefit. How come PC gamers are not paying to play your games online, but you dummies are? I thought PlayStation cared about you. I thought PlayStation cared about its core audience, you know, the ones that have brought... No, because you know why? Because the PC gamers ain't going to buy it. And second of all, PC gamers have more standards than the typical console gamer.
Ended up not buying enough games. Hence why they're going over, a corporation going over, collecting that income from multiple platforms at this point in time. ABK and ZeniMax came with a hefty price tag. They want that money.
Clearly Bungie must have did too, because that's why Marathon is also dropping on Xbox.
Back. They are not selling the consoles that they expected to sell. Again, their fault due to that.
So that's funny, because didn't the new Sony CEO told you it's not even about consoles, it's about the engagement? They're starting to realize what Microsoft's doing. Okay, yeah, they have a lot of people playing on their console, but they realize that a lot of them are not engaging and playing and picking up the games that Sony wants you to. That's where the whole engagement's coming from. You guys are picking up the PS5 to play the same games you can play on Xbox, all through one subscription service. The real dummies is you. Nobody cares for your other games. Nobody cares for baby steps. I'm sorry, bro. At the end of the day, as long as the top-notch games that people are looking forward to, which is the Doom, the Call of Duties, and the Elder Scrolls, well, guess what? Xbox provides you that experience through one service. Sony, you still got to pay for PlayStation Premium as well as buy the same games. I mean, you guys are so dumb that you bought Doom Dark Ages for $70, even though the game ain't even on the disc. And then you want to tell people on Game Pass you're the stupid one when you out here spending $200 on a premium collection version of a box with a free Happy Meal toy in it. Yeah, I think y'all the dummies.
Ultimately, no, we're not saying Xbox as an entity, as a game publisher, is dead. No, the hardware console version of this story is what is presumably dead. No longer going to be a thing going forward. We have these Xbox stickers on the, ROG Ally here.
That's so funny that they say that, because the same thing could be said about everything. The same thing could even be said about the Switch 2. It's nothing but a NVIDIA Shield with the Switch 2 label on it. Come on, guys. What are we doing? Y'all like games that that's a good point. What are we doing, bro? AMD architecture boxes with Xbox and PlayStation 5's logo on it. What are you talking about, bro? Because as far as I'm concerned, if it's got the Xbox label, it's definitely an Xbox portable. As soon as it's labeled with the platform, I mean, I would go as far to say that that's their platform because they have their name on it. Does that make sense? But of course, they're going to find something to spin the narrative and say, oh, that's not how it works. You know, PS5, they chose the parts and this and that, even though it's not manufactured from them. We get it, bro. Like, this is so childish, bro. And it's so funny that the new CEO told y'all into your faces, console sales is not what matters to PlayStation. It's actually engagement. And that's what Microsoft has been getting for the past few years with that Game Pass.
We have this supposed PC hybrid machine where if Steam's available on that, GG's even faster out of this race. It's done.
What race are you talking about?
And it's over. They're a third-party, full-on publisher. Yes, PlayStation's a third-party publisher as well. But as far, again, they're waiting at least for those AAA first-party experiences to head over.
That's what you believe. That's what you want to believe. You see how these ponies, they all know what's happening, bro. I mean, Lost Soul Aside is dropping on PC day and date with its PlayStation 5 counterpart release. I feel like Sony's just testing the waters. They're just trying to see, because you got to remember, they do make single-player games. They can't offer the same quality games of Xbox in what they do because, one, they don't have that plethora of catalog. Also, two, let's not forget, Sony mostly focuses on single-player games. Those are usually the games that you don't want people. I mean, I'm not saying they're better, but unless you're pumping them out, monthly or pumping them out a few, months down the road, people are not going to want to stay subscribed to your service. People are paying to play third-party and now Xbox games, even on your own storefront. That is pathetic, bro. What happened to the days where it was about Killzone and Gears of War, Resistance and Halo? Now it's all about we're playing Xbox games now? This is the console. This is the great mighty console war that we're talking about. Wow.
Over to the PC platforms. They are not at this time day and date. The live service games are day and date. That's what's happening.
That's not true because Lost Soul, like I've already explained to you, Lost Soul Aside is dropping day and date with its PC release. You just said that Sony's not doing that. They're only doing it for their live service. They're only doing it for this. These are excuses that you're making to make yourself feel better, and we all can see it.
We're all aware of it. So again, I don't know what you're trying to watch here. I don't know what you're trying to insinuate that people are actually that idiotic to state. Yes, and I'm sure there are some out there that are saying that, but the vast majority, when saying Xbox is dead, the relevance in regards to hardware and exclusivity for that hardware platform is gone. Hence the full push and move to third party. But again,
I mean, but we still haven't seen it though. We haven't seen it. I mean, you got Sony putting more games on Switch than what Microsoft's doing at this point. How is that not full third party? Now, I'm not saying Microsoft is not going to potentially put games on Switch too either, but you got Sony putting games on PC, PlayStation, of course, Xbox even, and Nintendo. We've only seen Microsoft with PC and Xbox and Sony. Not necessarily too much for Nintendo. Maybe that's because of the hardware limitations, but still, I think they're going to expand on that. I just don't understand it. I really don't understand this whole, limited third party. Like, what is this, though, bro? Third party is third party, bro. You know, oh, but now PlayStation fanboys defending the concept of, like I said, they're the new Xbox One fanboys. Now they're defending the concept of timed exclusivity. Oh, but Sony don't put it on PC until one more year. Like, bro, you sound ridiculous, bro. Nobody cares, bro. Just play the game and shut up. Like, why do y'all care so much about this?
Shifting and grifting at its finest, essentially. This is exactly what it is, and you know what that relies on, and you know where your audience resides, hence making posts and idiotic and stupid posts like this. If somebody else in the other camps, such as Nintendo or PlayStation, made a stupid ass comment like this, you would be all over it in a heartbeat, would be next video. But it's off limits because it makes sense. And again, there's going to be a scapegoat. There's going to be an escape rope type of scenario where this makes sense in your mind.
Like you see, this is something that PlayStation dudes like to do a lot. They like to make up stories in their head, and you guys can see this man's making up his own story about what Mr. Banana Peel Man is doing. Okay, nobody's even saying these things. You're out here talking about like Alex is leaving, made a comment, and he's out here leaving like Indiana Jones, bro. Like, what you play? And I've noticed it even in my own comment section, bro. You guys like to lie. You guys like to manipulate situations to suit your own agendas, bro. You guys make up lies on people, bro. I've seen it. You guys are some of the worst liars that I've ever seen in this community. Now, mind you, and I've always stated it from the beginning, Xbox gamers are ignorant, Nintendo gamers are delusional, and Sony gamers are hypocrites. We can see that. Y'all like GameStop. That is a good point. I've always stated this. Xbox dudes are ignorant, PlayStation fanboys are hypocritical, and Nintendo fanboys are delusional. Y'all need to take that. Make sure y'all take that and run with it. Put my trademark. Be like, Gamester said this. Yeah. I want mine to be known as that other quote. What's that one? You will buy everything and own nothing. I want that. I want my status on that quote. Because that's exactly what it is. Xbox dudes are ignorant. Nintendo fanboys are delusional. And PlayStation fanboys are hypocritical. And I'll explain why. Oh, we don't let everybody game. But buy them on PlayStation. That literally expresses what I just said. You know, Nintendo fanboys, delusional. Oh, we don't let everybody PlayStation. They got license keys. Proceeds to be delusional about it going forward with the Nintendo Switch 2. Xbox dudes, they're just ignorant. Some of them. Not all. Some of them are just ignorant. You know, I would be in part to be like, oh, we don't need no Japanese. They're just ignorant. They say stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of real gamers be like, yo, Gamester, you got it dead on that one.
And it's okay, but nah, anybody with a brain can see it, but let's move on. So, get to the next example here. Impa, 90s. Your friends are not going to do what's best for you, they're going to do what's best for them. So to believe any corporation, and again, this doesn't reside just to Xbox, but PlayStation and Nintendo as well, at the end of the day, they are going to do what's best for business.
And that's why Sony's putting their games on competing platforms. There you go. No different than Xbox. The full slate.
This is that income. That's what they're there for. So, if you haven't learned your lesson, let this be a hard lesson to learn and move on.
Yeah, but how you telling people to learn a lesson and yet you haven't learned it? You still think PlayStation care about you, bruh? What are you talking about, bro? Y'all just as guilty.
From it and understand you need to take yourself first as far as accountability is concerned, as far as the direction of a corporation, and understand that they're not always going to have your best interest in hand. You need to do your research. You need to go that extra
mile. It's not about doing the research. It's about not giving a damn. It's not about caring. It's about just sitting home, coming back from work, and playing a damn video game. That's all it is, bro. Because at the end of the day, I don't agree with any of these companies and what they're doing. They're all in the cahoots. They're all playing, y'all. And like I said, man, there was no excuse as to why Doom Dark Ages wasn't on the CD. Microsoft, and the funny thing is, it was a dude that brought up in the comment section that they was like, yo, they're talking about tariffs, but yet they're still raising the price of the digital game. And I'm like, oh, snap, you're right. That is true. They're still raising the price of the digital game, and that has nothing to do with tariffs. This is just something they want to do. They're using that as an excuse, no different than when COVID came around about how we ain't got enough manufacturing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. I pulled the good old Nintendo strategy, artificially inflating your platforms to make everybody go out there and run out there and buy one. Bro, you think we was born yesterday? Real gamers see right through this crap, bro. You know what I mean? The whole scarcity situation. Nintendo is well known for doing this on purpose. They do it with Pokemon cards all the time. Oh, we're not printing enough, you know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna act like Nintendo, you need to print more. All these scalpers keep getting it. Oh, we're gonna find ways to make sure we stop that, and they never do. Sometimes I think they be working with the scalpers.
Well, if you are that concerned, are you going to be pissed off if they're going to be?
It don't make no sense how a man got $500 PS5s in his basement. It don't make sense. You gotta stop be like GameStop. You right though. That don't really make no sense, man. Scalper or not, it don't make no sense how a man got 1,000 boxes of Pokemon cards in his basement selling them to y'all. It seems like they all getting a cut. You get what I'm saying? Man, I heard there was one dude, he was waiting for the Pokemon vending machine because he paid the lady to drop the boxes, and he was there right before they did it. Come on, man. Y'all getting hustled, man. I guarantee they all hustling, y'all. They don't care because Pokemon get their money. It builds more scarcity to their platform. You know what I mean? To their company. It only makes people go more crazy for these cards. They want to buy more and more and more. It wouldn't surprise me if these companies were working with scalpers. They're getting the money from the scalpers, and the scalpers do what they want because they give them all that money at front. Oh, but they should care about us. Listen, why would they care about y'all? If the scalper gives them the money for the 500 boxes of Pokemon cards right off the jump just so he can resell them to you, right, which is business, they don't care because they know you're still going to keep buying Pokemon cards. So even though they sold it to him, they know you're going to still keep buying from us. So that scarcity actually helps them in a way. You get what I'm saying? Because now people drive, they're going crazy. I got to get them. I got to get them. I got to get them all. I got to buy my Pokemon cards. I'll teach you and you rip me off. Pokemon. I got to rip them off. We got to rip them off. Pokemon.
Liars, because I'll tell you what, this isn't going to be the last time that Xbox figureheads are going to lie. This won't be the last time that the PlayStation and Nintendo figureheads are going to lie or skirt around the truth. Or
we know this. Like, why are you telling us this?
Or pull the wool out.
I thought PlayStation had the most powerful console, and yet the game is running Doom Dark Ages worse on the Pro. But ain't none of you ponies talking about this.
It just, you never know. Let it be a lesson learned. Let's continue what I want to do going forward. A lot of people are going to be blindsided by this because they don't keep up like this, right? A lot of the casuals
I really don't care where these games are going, man. I think you guys are missing the plot. You know what I'm saying? You got PlayStation dudes that are actually mad that they actually bought and pre-ordered Doom Dark Ages, thinking that y'all were going to get a physical copy of the game. Like, y'all really thought y'all was going to get a physical copy of a game when Microsoft don't get it? Y'all a bunch of dummies. Like, y'all really are, bro. It's so funny that you guys are all buying these license keys thinking that these companies care about you. And I'm telling you, Nintendo's going to do it too. I can guarantee it. I know Nintendo's doing it. Y'all like, Gabe, so how you know this? Because I know how the market works. I know how your people's brains operate. I know everything y'all going to do, even though you say you won't, which is only going to continue to cause these problems furthermore. I understand that you guys don't think like me. I get it. I understand what's going on here. But don't get it twisted. Nintendo's going through that license key situation too. Y'all like, damn, GameStop, for real? That's why you got Nintendo. You guys already, see, let me tell you something. Look no further than your heart. Your heart has already gave you the truth. Your own spirituality has already gave it already gave you the truth. Okay? Because I've had somebody say, GameStop, you're so good at predicting these things. How do you know it? Listen, check this out. You want to really know? Okay, I got you. Feel it in the bottom of your heart. Feel it. Okay? That feeling. Oh, PlayStation, they're not the... Right there. As soon as you did that, it's already true. Because if you was confident, you wouldn't be saying that. If Nintendo fanboys, and this is what I'm saying, you guys are hiding, because I know what people do. You hide the truth. You hide it through your own insecurities. That's what y'all do. As soon as you say, oh, this gonna be, hey, it's me, Mr. Rule to Review. This gonna be my last Nintendo Switch 2 that I'm buying. Guess what? That's a self-admittance of the truth. You already know where it's going. Do you get what I'm saying? You're like, GameStop, that's a good point. How many of these people fight with their own mind even though they know the truth is right in front of them? Do you get what I'm saying? That is what you're doing. I don't do that. I feel it. I'm not saying I feel what y'all understand, but I feel that and I see what's going on, and I'm like, oh snap. Once you see that, you already know where things is headed. Because once you start saying, oh, this is going to be my last Switch too, this and that, you already know that Nintendo's going digital as well. Because you know that it's not going to be possible to make bigger Nintendo Switch games. It's only possible for right now, but you already know with a Switch 3, Nintendo ain't going to be able to do that. You know it. Y'all know it at the bottom of your heart. That's why you said that, which already means that you've already admitted the truth. The difference between me and you, I've accepted it, and you haven't. That is the only difference. You ponies are doing it, you Xbox fanboys, you Nintendos, and even the PC gaming community. Because now y'all think by, oh, I'm running a PC, I'm safe. You're not safe. What are you talking about? PC parts are costing more now. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm running the PC. I mean, if you ran the PC before this happened, you're good. But don't wait too long. That's why I told you, get your retros up, get your games. Y'all know I said that first. Get your games up. You know, I was warning y'all like the dude from Friday the 13th with the bicycle, talking about how the gaming industry's haunted. Don't go to Camp Crystal Gaming Lake. It's haunted. I was telling y'all thought, oh, he's crazy. He's just that man on the bike. You don't know. Hey, don't go to Camp Crystal Lake. Don't go. Don't go. Hey, he a crazy old man. He drunk, you know what I'm saying? And look at that. The crazy old man was right. You see? That's the problem with y'all. Y'all don't want to listen to nobody. But you've already admitted the truth through your heart. And that's how you know that PlayStation will be full third party. That's how you know that Microsoft won't stop putting games on PS5. That's how you know that Nintendo will continue to do game license keys going forward with the Switch 3. You've already admitted it. Y'all like games, so damn. I didn't see it like that. Now I see how you get the truth. But you guys already got the truth. What I do is not any more special than what y'all doing. The difference is I accept it. Y'all don't. Y'all still think of the little choo-choo train that could, you know, the hope. You know what I'm saying? Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. You know, we got to keep hope alive. There ain't no hope. Even if you run a PC, you're still going to be paying for expensive parts. That's why PC gamers are like, damn, why is it so dang expensive? You can't escape this. You're trapped. That's what's going on, man. It's like that movie House of Nine. You can't go out. You got $1 million, but you can't leave this house with it. You're trapped. And you don't know what to do inside that little eggshell of yours. You're trapped in your own mind. You know, thinking of the times how gaming was good. I told y'all, build your retros up. I warned every single one of y'all. Gamester with another W. I told y'all that. Get your games up. They're even gonna stop emulation, and Microsoft is gonna help stomp it out. What do y'all don't understand? That's why I told you, get your emulators, get your ROMs, get everything you need. You know, matter of fact, hold on, I got a quote. Get everything you need. Get your ROMs, your emulators, your retro games, your physical media. Get everything you need. Because this is Gamer 23. And the gaming industry is dying right in front of me. But y'all don't want to admit it. Like I said, man, hopefully y'all enjoy the video. Gamester with another W. Like I said, I'm like that dude from Fallout 3. 3 Dog. Bringing you the truth, no matter how bad it hurts.